Assalamu alaikum everyone. So this right here is October November 2017. Chalo, let's begin. Blank page. Question number 1. Student investigates blah 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 measure distance d. यार एक तो ये measuring distance वाला जो हमेशा होता है ना that's a big problem. Okay, chale, inshallah, like I said in the last video, I'll figure out a way कि मैं length जो है इसमें measure out कर सकूँ while I'll have to figure out a way of getting a scale. ठीक है, inshallah we'll figure it out tonight probably. So let's see. अभी फिर लोग marking scheme पे जाते हैं. या तो मार्किंग स्कीम ये कह रही है कि आपका डिस्टेंस जो है वो कितना होना चाहिए. That should be 4.7. See, so 4.7 centimeters, right? Drawn to scale of 1/10 full size, write down the actual height, so that's going to be 47 centimeters. Again, यहाँ पे यूनिट है, लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. यहाँ पे यूनिट नहीं लिखोगे, you're done. All right, so please make sure that you do write your units. Then we have she adjusts the length of the thread until the height h of the center of the ball, blah 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 blah. Okay, complete table 1.2, so that's 22.8 divided by 20, so it's going to be 11.1.14. And then 1.14 का square मुझे calculator से निकालना पड़ेगा. So where is it? 1.14 का square is interesting, 1.15 1.16. Okay, so my bad. This seemed wronged to me, तो मैंने इसको जो है वो वापस से check किया, and this right here must be 1.3. ठीक है, the 1.14 into 1.14 would be 1.3. अब मेरे ख्याल में क्योंकि सारे आंसर्स जो हैं वो 2 डेसिमल प्लेसेस पे हैं, तो I shouldn't write 1.3, I should write 1.30. Everything is, all of these are at 2 decimal places, right? These are at 2 decimal places. यहाँ पे क्योंकि देखिए अब यहाँ पे 3 SF है, यहाँ पे 2 SF पे दिया हुआ है, but one thing is constant के your answers are at 2 decimal places, so that is what you're going to answer to as well. Complete, we did that. Explain why measuring time for 20 seconds reduces reaction error, reduces human error, reduces percentage error. सेम टिपिकल आंसर है. इससे पहले वाले पेपर में मेरे ख्याल में हम लोग कितनी बार यही आंसर जो है वो दे चुके हैं. सही है. ऑल राइट, let's move on. Figure graph, plot t square on the y-axis, h on the x-axis. All right, so I'm gonna have to h जो है वो 15 20 25 30 40 15 h. so h कहाँ से लेके कहाँ तक प्लॉट करना है? 0 से लेके 40 तक प्लॉट करना है. and she can, what does it say about the graph? Start from the origin, draw a line of best fit. ठीक है, so 15 20 25 30 and 40, and this goes on the x-axis. So I'm guessing can I go with 10 20 30 and 40 like so? Yep. So 15 is gonna be here, 25 is gonna be here, and for 30 and 40 जो है वो आपके x-axis पे. ठीक है, so 15 20 25 30 and 40. All right, now I'll need the t squared, so I'm gonna take that and put that over here. ठीक है जी. So at 15 पे 1.3 है, अच्छा, अब 1.3 से लेके 0.28, 0.28 से लेके 1.3. So how many divisions do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hmm. Acha, now, hmm. All right, so I'm gonna have to 0.1 नहीं ले सकते because फिर अगर आपके पास 10 divisions हैं तो you're only be able you so we cannot take one large to be 0.1. ठीक है, because that's only going to allow you to plot y up till 1.3. So we cannot do a 0.1, but then we shouldn't do anything else either. So we cannot do a 0.13, we cannot do a 0.15, right? Because none of them is going to be an accurate. Okay, so we're gonna have to go with 0.2. There's no other choice. Hmm. 0.14, 0.23, 11, and 1.3. Nah, there's nothing common. So we're gonna have to go with 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8. We're still going more than half, तो ठीक है, चलेगा. 1.0, 1.2, and 1.4. So this is still more than half, right? So I guess it's gonna work. So the first value of x is 15, 20, 25, 30, and 40. So 15 pe it's 1.3. Okay. So 1.3 is gonna be over here, and that's on 15. So this right here is 15 and 1.3, 20 and 1.08. So 1.1 is gonna be over here, 1.08 goes over there. So again, the reason for not doing one large division is 0.12 or 0.15, because then I wouldn't be able to plot 1.08 this accurately, right? So that's essentially the problem. So hence you should generally choose scales that will give you, these are not integer values but accurate values, right? So let's say, for example, if I would go with 1.5, let's assume that I go with 1.5. Now 1.5, 1.3 divided by 1.5, that's a recurring number. 1.08 divided by 1.5, again recurring number. So a lot of these are going to give you recurring numbers, which again is never a good idea. So a scale that gives you recurring numbers, don't use it, please. ठीक है, so then 20 हो गया. So you've got 25 and 0.88. So 0.8 and 0.8 and 25. So 30 is going to give me how much? 30 is going to give me 0.6 and 9. ठीक है, so 30 में 0.7 ये रहा, 0.69 is going to be in the middle. And 40 is going to give me 0.28. So 128 is going to be over here. All right. So yeah, that's my graph. Now I need to draw a line of best fit. For that, I need my divisions, of course. Please give me divisions. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's draw a line that passes through. Passes through almost all of them. So this point right here is slightly above. This point right here is slightly below. The remaining are all exactly on the line. So I guess we are good. Extend your line so that cuts the y-axis. So it cuts. Okay, I need to extend this then. Oopsie daisy. No, I don't want that. So I just made it. Yeah, I made it inaccurate. Yep, that's better. Yeah, so my y-intercept is what? My y-intercept is 1.6, 1.7, and 1.78 if I'm not wrong. Take it. So this right here is going to be 1.78 seconds squared. Take it. And then I'm gonna go with calculate the gradient. All right, so let's figure out the gradient. Usually it also show your working and indicate on the graph the values you use. So we need to state the values we use. कोई एक exact value जो है वो let's pick an exact value from somewhere around here. Come on, please give me an exact value. So let's pick this value over here, and then let's pick this value over here. ठीक है. All right, so even though it's going to be slightly higher, but ठीक है चलेगा. So I've got 1.6 and 10, 11, 12, 13, 9. Okay, so I've got 0 0.5, 0 0.9, 8 second. So 10 is ठीक है. So I've got 5, 5.56, 6.57. ठीक है. 7.58, 8.59, 9.510. ठीक है. So this point right here is going to be 7.7 on the x-axis. All right. So 7 on the x-axis, and then y पे it's 1.6. ठीक है. And this point right here is 10, 20, 30, and 32 on the x-axis, 0.6 on the y-axis. ठीक है. So 7 and 1.6, 7, 1.6, 32, and 0.6 if I'm not wrong. Yep. All right, now I want to figure out the gradient, so that's going to be 1.6 minus 0.6 divided by 32 minus 7 is 25. So my answer is going to be 1 divided by 25, which should be somewhere in the vicinity of 0.04. ठीक है. So 0.04 सेकेंड स्क्वायर्ड पर सेंटीमीटर जो है वो आपका आंसर होना चाहिए. 1.78 divided by 0.04. So that's okay. So that's going to be 445 if I'm not wrong. 445. Yeah. एक बार कैलकुलेटर से कर लेते हैं. So 1.78 divided by 0.04. नहीं मल्टीप्लाई नहीं करना, डिवाइड करना भाई. So 1.78 divided by 0.04 is 445. Yeah, cool, nice. My brain is still working fine. ठीक है जी, तो ये बन जाएगा 4.445, 44.5, sorry, my bad. ठीक है, चलता है इतना, एक डेसिमल प्लेस का आगे पीछे जो है वो चलता है. So this value of h is going to be 44.5 centimeters, which initially we calculated 47, if I'm 43, 47ish. Yeah, 47 and this right here turns out to be 44.5, which I guess is close. Less than 10% difference है, तो Compare your measured value with your result. State whether the two values agree with each other. Yes, I'm gonna say yes. The values are close and within 10%. Okay. So the values are close and they are within 10% of each other. So we are good. Question number 2. Read the thermometer reading. So should be 88. Okay. Explain why a student waits for a short time. Again, we did this question like a couple of times before. Of course, your temperature, your thermometer is going to take some time to get to the temperature of whatever it's measuring. So to get to the temperature of the water it's measuring, to allow thermometer to measure max temperature if you have fever and you use that clinical thermometer to measure your body temperature. So it's not K, you put it in your mouth and it immediately gives you the temperature. You need to put it in your mouth and you need to let it stay in your mouth. You need to let the thermometer stay in your mouth for a while. And then eventually, after like 3-4 minutes, maybe it then gives you a good reading. Okay, so that's exactly what's happening over here as well. Student records the temperature of water in beaker after 3 pours, blah blah blah. Results 2.4. 250, yeah. So this is, he then pours 250 of hot water. That's something that we need to remember. Complete the column headings. Temperature in thermometer, degrees Celsius. Temperature in degrees Celsius. Column headings complete हो गई. Add. अच्छा time भी तो रहता है. Sorry, my bad. Add a value of theta, so that's going to be 88 degrees. Add a value of theta in A1 that we did. State whether the insulation has any significant effect on the rate of cooling for the first 3 minutes. So we are going to say yes. Without insulation, without temperature difference is 13. With insulation, temperature difference is 10. 13 degrees Celsius. So yeah, so with insulation, the difference is 10 degrees Celsius. Without, it's 13. So of course, yes, we are going to say that the insulation had a significant difference. Initially, heat loss from evaporation, how can reduce? So use a lid. Evaporation khatam karni hai. You need to get rid of evaporation, cover the surface. There will be no more evaporation. Plain and simple. State one other modification to the apparatus that reduces further loss of heat. Let's look. So I'm guessing heat loss from the bottom of the beaker. So we are going to say add insulation there as well. So add insulation to the bottom of the beaker. So yeah. So in that case, state one quantity that is kept constant to make fair comparison. Weight, mass, volume, temperature. Same initial temperature works just fine. But you can say tons of stuff over here. Same initial temperature. Same volume. Same volume of water. Just in case, write 2. ठीक है. अच्छा, same surface area of beaker, same surface area of beaker. ठीक है. तो जाहिर सी बात है, अगर बीकर का surface area ही change होगा तो the amount of heat loss will also change. The amount of insulation, you can say same amount of insulation. या सेम अमाउंट नहीं, सेम थिकनेस कर देते हैं. सेम थिकनेस ऑफ इंसुलेशन. So yeah, so that's something that you need as well. All right, that was that. That was question number 2. Student measures refractive index, blah blah blah. क्या करना क्या है? She directs on figure 3.1. Draw normal to side AB at point Q. Normal to side AB at point Q external so that it crosses side CD. Label the point R. AB at point Q. So we are going to draw the normal. Normal, of course, is going to be 90 degrees. I'm not exactly sure कि 90 degrees है कि नहीं. Doesn't look like 90 degrees. Okay, ठीक है. So this gives me a 90 degrees itself. ठीक है. So it's given me 90 degrees. All right, and we need to label this point where it passes CD. We need to label this point R. Take care. Acha, measure the angle of incidence of ray PQ on side AB. Ray PQ. All right. For that, I'll need to get my क्या कहते हैं? I need to get my protractor. So there it is, the protractor. ठीक है जी. So we've got the protractor. I need to rotate this. Can't get rotation का ये रहा. So I need to rotate this like so. Okay, actually I can just put it like this. That's going to be better. Yeah, that's better. So again, I think it gives me exactly 60 degrees. Yep. Nahin, my bad. See, the best of us make this mistake. Your angle should be from the normal. So that's going to be 30 degrees. My bad. ठीक है जी, so that's going to be 30 degrees. She marks with crosses 2 points on the emergent ray from CD as shown. Draw a line joining 2 crosses and continue the line until it meets QR. Okay, we can do that. Yep, that's much better, and it's meeting QR. What do we need to label that as? We need to label that. Label the point where the CD crosses letter S and point where it crosses QRT. So this right here is going to be S, and this right here is going to be T. All right, draw a line from Q to S. Q to S, we need to draw a line like so as well. ठीक है जी. Cool. Refractive index निकालना है. Now, जाहिर सी बात है, I'm not exactly sure कि exact length जो है वो क्या है, but in this case, I can use this scale right here, because again, whatever the case is, it's still gonna give me the correct ratios nonetheless. तो हम जो है ये measure कर लेते हैं कि how much is this length right here. ठीक है, so this right here is from 6 to almost Like, why am I measuring in inches? हम्म ठीक है इतना चलेगा. So I'm going from 16 to 22.4. Again, sorry सी बात है, I cannot give you an exact value. Although, nonetheless, ये चीज़ आपने याद रखनी है कि 16 से 22.4, that's going to be 6.24? 6.4, sorry, my bad. Yeah, so I was saying, आपने अलबत्ता ये बात ज़रूर याद रखनी है कि usually the refractive index of a material like glass is approximately 1.5. ठीक है जी. So in this case, your answer must be 1.6, 1.5-ish as well. अब हमने measure करना है QS. Still a little bit more to go. Yep. Yep. So 13 से लेके, that's right, here goes 22.3. So 9.3 ले लेते हैं. Let's go with something like 9.3. And yes, we can see 9.3. Again, these are all approximate values. These aren't actual values. So in this case, QS, QNS, ST, S and T. या ठीक है. सो हमने वैल्यूज़ जो है वो तो निकाल ली हैं. अब जाहिर सी बात है आप जो है वो वैल्यूज़, एक्चुअल वैल्यूज़ जो है वो निकालोगे. But these values are not going to be the actual values. Actual values probably is काफ़ी कम होंगी, but these are still gonna give me the exact same ratio. I was just explaining how to measure the length. So my ratio is going to be what? My ratio is going to be 9.3 divided by 6.4. That's approximately 1.45. ठीक है जी. I'm pretty sure कि 1.5 के आसपास आपका आंसर होगा, तो I would just increase the value of x a little and make it close to become 1.5. ठीक है. Question number 4. Student investigates how the resistance of wire depends upon its length. He uses the equation R. Cool. The following apparatus is available. Supply, voltmeter, ammeter, switch, connecting, crocodile lip clips, length of resistance wire, meter rule wire cutters. The resistance of a wire depends upon its length. Draw a circuit diagram in the space below. ठीक है. तो आपके पास जो है, you probably are going to have a power supply connected to an ammeter, which goes all the way till this resistance wire right here. ठीक है. And आपके पास जो है वो, so you're going to have a crocodile clip over here. So यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक जो है, these two are going to be connected with what? With crocodile clips. And then essentially you can move this end of the crocodile clip to the left to reduce the resistance, or to the right to increase the resistance. इन दोनों के बीच में आपने क्या लगा दिया? आपने ऐसे वोल्ट मीटर लगा दिया. Or on the other side, doesn't really matter. So we've got the switch. So yes, you need to use the switch as well. You have ammeter, voltmeter, switch, connecting leads, length of wire, resistance, meter rule, wire cutters. ठीक है. Wire cutters का इतना कोई खास important. Okay, so ठीक है. आप what you can actually do is you can use different. So you can use the wire cutter essentially to cut different lengths of the wire and then work it out. So yeah, but I think I'm good with this. So we can say can measure. Explain briefly how the student carries out the investigation. So measure potential difference and I the current for different lengths. So yeah, for different lengths. Plot on graph. Gradient is resistance. PD against I. So yeah, so you can do this essentially. Explain briefly how the student carries out the investigation, measure potential difference. नहीं मेरे ख्याल में ये तो वैल्यूज़ वगैरह निकालने की बात कर रहा है तो यहाँ पे रिपीटिंग फॉर डिफरेंट लेंथ्स मस्ट बी जस्ट फाइन आई गेस इसके आगे आपको प्लॉटिंग या ग्रेडियंट की जो है वो बात करने की ज़रूरत यहाँ पे नहीं है ठीक है measure potential difference and current for various lengths is plenty over here I think and I अब जाहिर सी बात है I'm using PD and I you're not going to do that you're going to write completely potential difference and current explain how the student can use the readings to reach a conclusion हाँ अब यहाँ पे हम लोग लिखेंगे plot PD versus I gradient is resistance ठीक है जी okay so all right so we're done with this paper as well I hope कि यहाँ पे सारी चीज़ें जो है वो आप लोगों को clear समझ में आ रही हैं if you have any issues I'm pretty sure that you can look at my notes and get my number from there or you can just post something in the comment section and inshallah I'll get back to you ठीक है बच्चास take care tata bye bye Allah hafiz bars out